This one right here, man. Studies show. What the fuck is that from? What show is that from? Hey, what show is it where they like, study says, and then they rip it off. They rip some study off or some shit. That's XEN right now. Product market fit, MVP, most valuable product in Zen crypto. Haters in disbelief still telling you to buy P.o.P, and it's not moving. It's not moving. I'm telling you, shit. Keep following the other ones. Look at Zen, bro. What in the fuck is going on with Zen right now? It is Tuesday, and why are they bearish? Why are they bearish? Zen VP. That's a fact. Hold up. I need my trading view. I need the real world statistics. Bring them to the desk. What's up, y'all? What it do? What it do? What's up, Zen enthusiasts? What's up, Frosty? What's up, Lita? Zen King. God Dank in the house. Yes, sir. We're getting quantum capsules. Quantum capsules coming soon. Never seen those. Never had one of those before. It was a different feeling, for sure. What up, Rolando? Still DCing in the P.o.P, keeping the pulse chain alive as it just sinks to the bottom of the crypto ocean. But y'all gonna keep it alive. It's gonna be the pulsicans and the hexicans to keep it alive. But you know, position yourself well. So you should have a shit ton of P.o.P if you're watching my channel, at least, because that's all I care about on Pulse Chain. It's P.o.P. I think it's your life raft. I think it's the best product on Pulse Chain, because Pulse Chain is just a fork of EVM. So EVM's best product is Zen. Second best product seems to be stablecoins. Drinking coffee right now. Let's get into it though, man. It is March 25th, Tuesday, 2025. Month's almost over. This is my birthday month. You know what I'm saying? I like having a birthday in the beginning of the year because you just get that shit over with. And then it's everybody else's happy fucking birthdays. Yeah. Just get the birthday out the way. So big ups to everybody whose birthday's in the beginning of the year. I mean, I was just chatting to my girl about this, and maybe you're one of those, but it's like, man, I know so many motherfuckers with birthdays in July and August. But when you do like the 9-month theory and like when most people get married and shit, they got like good paying jobs and shit. Oh, classic world. I'm gonna have a job for 15 years or some shit. Then you had a whole bunch of babies at the same time. So I don't know. I'm a weirdo, but I'm also the second child. So my parents, they probably strategized this one a little bit better, not as random. So I came out in March, but March is done, bro. It's April time, right? And before we know it's gonna be May time. Then it's gonna be the middle of the month, the year, and what have you done? Feel me? So if you're still feeling like you haven't done anything and it's about to be April, put some fire under the ass and get to it, man. And let's go ahead and talk about it. Cause yeah, Bitcoin is looking all right, but I don't really know what's gonna happen here. I'm hoping that it can stay above. Again, this 200. It's looking good though. This is the 4-hour. It looks good. The daily, it looks good. It just looks weak. And that's what scares me in Bitcoin. Anytime Bitcoin it looks weak, you know, it's not as strong as it used to be. It's kind of old now. It's like a dog. 15 years in crypto years, it's kind of like dog years. So imagine a 15-year-old dog. This motherfucker want a roof, but it can't. Oof. That's a Bitcoin trying to go up. Oof. Oof. You know. So, yeah, I have this. I want to see Bitcoin keep going up, but I also could see Bitcoin closing out the day around 84. So let's see what happens. We're going to see what happens today. Either it goes up or it stays here or it goes down. That's Bitcoin's motion right now. And Again, I think the Bitcoin is one of the most boring things in crypto, but it's got a lot of narrative. So if you're here for it, you're here for it. Yeah, whatever, bro. Coolest thing to come out of Bitcoin though is Satoshi's vision. Yeah, love that. I love how they marketed digital currencies. That's what another thing I love about Bitcoin. It's like the blueprint to what it is, to become like a free market product, because that's what we're building. This is the first one of them all, right? If we was in that Aladdin, this is the only bread shop. We all trying to steal the same bread until, other people start making different types of fucking bread, sourdough bread, rye bread. So many analogies. But yeah, so Bitcoin is going through it. The whole world is here. So it takes a little bit more Zenergy to manifest motion. And that's why, again, it's really dancing with its merger to the banks, right? Bitcoin's headed towards banks. This is where the value comes back. Hello, what the fuck? You thought this was about fair crypto? You're incorrect. That was years ago. If you just got to Bitcoin and you're here for the fucking ideology, I hate to let you know that happened a long time ago, bro. That was on episode or season 2. Season 2 of Bitcoin is this pump right here. Like, this is what you're looking for in Bitcoin, and that's just not gonna happen. That's gone. That's not happening. They just did that on XRP. Right? XRP just melted faces. I was listening to a hex space, and another reason why I'm like, man, I gotta shake off these hexicans. I'm sorry. If you're a diehard hexican, man, I'm your Zen friend. Think of it like that. Like, I got one Zen friend. I got crypto, bro. All right? I'm your friend in Zen. Tune in, you're gonna hear the facts. Not on moon math, but about how the stats and the data probably are working in your favor if you're going long on Zen. Again, Zen has an 8-year minting scale, so we all know what the end game is. It's only a few out there that think this thing is like, I don't know, like a joke or something. So it's kind of funny to laugh at them thinking it's a joke. But look at the joke now. Like, so I was, and this is why, again, it's like, yo, I know we came from that world, but like, it was just a moment in time, it's a snapshot. So facts are, man, fucking XRP came in and stole all the hexicans that were smart. And I hate it. But they wasn't smart, because they went and switched sides. They went to the centralized narrative, which is much easier to manipulate noobs. This is the best noob magic XRP is. And again, I blame the Hexican KOL guys for keeping their people in this notion because they had nothing to build on. See, and Zen is starting to get really aggressive. Because look at this. Yesterday I was fucking around and I minted an Optimism's Zen mint. Because I'm playing around with something over here. That's what I mean. Zen is quantum as fuck. Once you think you got to figure it out, you do not. There is another path. Because you can't, I had said it in a post, follow me on X, where I was like, yo, to find every single topic in crypto, it's like you've got a room full of TVs and your mind can like fucking oscillate to like all this shit going on. Like, there's a bajillion things going on. Like, there is no one solid narrative except the most the consensus one, right? And that's ambiguous still, because I think, again, you need to have your attention management correct in this Zen mental model in order for you to really comprehend how you're misaligned, so you can realign, invert what you're seeing so that you can, improve in the Zen, mentality, blah, 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 right? Like, that's what we're going to be getting into in April if you're subbing. We're going to be talking about how to keep your Zen mental model correct. Because there's a lot that goes into it, right? And I have this theory right here, because this is actually pretty funny. And this is why I wanted to do it. Because I was like, yo, now is the time when you make a C rank that's obscure, right? 150, like everybody else is doing, like 128, because that's what the UI gives off. And I don't know. You got to go talk to Jack and them why they don't do it. I have an understanding of why. You might not like that. You might not know how to code, or you might not know how to bend the rules. So you're like, I can't do more than 128. I was like that for a second. Now I'm finessing. So I'm like, wait, this finesse is too easy. You could do it everywhere. It's just that, yeah, if people build front ends to give people access to this, it would essentially just give people access to this. So, it's all it is. So there's no real advantage if you don't know how to use the tool, right? If I give you a hammer, but then you just throw the fucking hammer, I'm like, well, why the hell did I hand you that hammer, bro? I need you to hammer the nails. You just went ahead and tomahawk threw that shit across the street, right? And that's like Zen's expansion and C ranks and other possibilities. That's why, again, I know why they're doing it. Makes a lot of sense. But what's interesting about it, again, from a spacewalker like myself, is I got 190 or 1,950. So that's how much a max. Man, I wonder if I can fit more, but I won't lie. If you go do 150 on Optimism Zen, it's not fun. You're no air. There's not a lot of people that could do that there. It took like 15 minutes for this thing to click through, and I'm the only one doing it. So if like more than a few people do it, you'll be probably waiting forever for this one. So that's not the game, and that's what's cool about it. Like, it puts this threshold on everybody else that doesn't want to go past that wall. So yeah, let's talk about this wall. This wall now is fun because it grows with their C ranks. And I was like, oh man, the C ranks are dying at OPZen, which is a weird. It's not weird, but this is the thing. Like, it's a simulation. So some see it, they're like, oh, nice, deflationary. It's people are seeing that they shouldn't do it. But I was watching people still make fucking mints until, I don't know how many people were getting louder this month, but this month is the staker class month. Like, this is the month where I'm hearing people literally say the word staker class. That was not being said in Zen months ago. Like, nobody was really caring about staking. I was one of those people too. Like, I didn't really start staking Zen until halfway through the year last year. So I'm new. I'm still new. I haven't even hit a year's worth of discovering the sickness. I'm the virus, the staking virus. But it's cool to watch it, because again, we're a small group right now. The people actually actively in Zen is tiny. So whatever's happening is really happening right now. Eventually it'll get to a point where I think it's gonna be really hard to see these things, and you're gonna need to understand it, or you'll be like running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Right? It's like somebody who got into Bitcoin but didn't understand the hash rate. I still don't understand Bitcoin hash rate because it has nothing to do with my Bitcoin experience, bitch. I buy Bitcoins. I don't need to know about the hash rate. Like, even when Ordinal showed up, I still didn't get into Bitcoin hash rates. Like, it's just, I don't know, something about Bitcoin. I didn't want to go and touch the guts or whatever. Pause. I didn't want to go and, it gets too close to the core, the nucleus. So Zen will probably have those same principles, barriers to the fundamentals. Naturally, people won't dive so far into like what is a G rank. That will be like elite knowledge, because people do math on that shit and they manipulate everything and become rich, right? So like I'm like, okay, I see what's happening here, right? This is why you want to break things. You still want to break things in Zen. There's shit to be broken. So we did the 150. We're seeing that, okay, the G rank is still kind of growing. It's not like what do you call it? Like the G rank is growing slowly, but it's at like a floor. Right? Because like everybody stops. So like this is kind of like the zero. The point to zero. See how I did that? See how I did that? Hey, no. This is the starting cycle again. And this is what's cool about Zen. It will always cycle, and there will always be a bottom and a top. And there will always be an opportunity for someone to catch the adjustment and a group to catch the adjustment before the rest of the group, because they're focused on some other fucking shit. And they're not like, again, they're not breaking things to see a gap in the minting right? Because the minting is what essentially is the supply and demand. And naturally, for some reason, Zen has lows, boredom. People stop interacting with it, but it's superior to like a Bitcoin because a Bitcoin doesn't have an active ledger of like pressure, right? Like Bitcoins, that's why, again, I don't understand the hash rate. It has nothing to do with me. But if you get into Zen, you have to understand the global rank. Because if you don't, you're just ramming you're ramming into a brick wall, but that's what it's all about, right? It's about mass adoption. You want people just to mint once and buy later. You don't actually want them to ram into the wall many times because they're going to lose more than they're going to win. Because the winners are going to be people who understand how the walls work. Bitch, you seen Harry Potter, man? I don't know where that reference came from. But yeah, when they run through the wall, man. See, magic wizard witch shit. I don't know why. What up, Samson? I gotta give Samson a wrench. And I gotta give Frosty a wrench. Let's get wrenched up in this bitch. Feel me? Fuck it. That's how I'm doing it. I'm at a point in my F hex. Yeah, fuck hex and all that shit, man. It's just, yeah, like that's where I'm at with it though. Like I'm getting ready to get mega blackballed. Nobody's gonna hear me. So that's why it's like there's no reason to do public streams. Like until Jack lets Zen go crazy, which we don't know when that happens. There's no reason to have long talks about it in the public. That's what the tragedy of commons is, guys. See, Zen is going to be an economical vehicle in cryptocurrency, bitch. We haven't even attached the stables yet, and this is already buck wild. Fuck all that other shit. It's whack. You got to let it go. You got to die by the X now, not by the hex. Call us the cold if you want. But yo, these minting formulas, like this is the product, right? And the most valuable product. Oh, I was thinking about this too. This is where the mental... This is where your Zen mental model comes from, bro. You have to build this out. If you do not have it, you have too many doubts. I'm not trying to rhyme about. I'm ratchet. Yeah, get ratched up. Y'all are always here. That's what it's all about. That way you don't have to do anything. You can support the channel if you want. But I'm not gonna force you to do that. That's fucking retarded. The NPCs will do that for us. That's what it's all telling me. It's the saddest thing. It's like you want to save the world, but that's not your fucking job. Maybe you will, but majority of the world doesn't want to be saved. So you're wasting time like trying to save the world. But it's good to come from a place where ethically you wish that this work could save the world. I think that is the hive mind we share. That's the root. Like we think this work is gonna save the world, and maybe it does. Cryptocurrency is the new internet. Well, blockchain has been that, but if you see like my X account, I've had this as my slogan on my bio forever, which is crypto is dead, but blockchain's forever. So crypto is what dies and comes alive all the time. Blockchain, that's the soul. That's where it originates from. So, crypto has been so fucking dead that it's been needing a Zen token for like 15 years. Because if it doesn't have a Zen token, it's only going to have XRP. Oh my goodness. Have you heard the word? Oh my gosh. If it doesn't have a Zen, it's going to have a tether. Like, is this what we've come to? Again, the store of value is going to be Ethereum because unfortunately, ETH is not scalable. And the best way to scale ETH is in its layer 2 formality. It's fragmentation below. It's a layer 2 formality. Because you better start with layer 2, bitch. If you don't start with layer 2 on ETH, you're tripping. It's 2025, about to be 26 soon. Fuck you doing on main layer ETH? Like, honestly, Zen is like the best idea for main layer ETH, because if you want to make a real coin that's fair, just go to the nucleus and hash it out using our proof of participation model, right? Called Zen. Zen is the product market fit. It is the most valuable product. Hello, MVP, PMF, all that fucking stupid bullshit. It's all that shit. And it's exactly what everybody wants. Everything else is not what people want. They just deal with it because it's in their face, right? So I see, that's why again, I see Fair Crypto's angle. This will be better built in the hands of the people. So the people need to make more miners, right? The people need to make more staking content. People need to make more speaking content. But like, until it has all that, like, it's just a coin. It's like almost like you get X1 faster if you rallied behind Zen and it's like dominance over the whole system. Because how can X1 come out when people are still trying to save post chain? Like, that's the main core gullible motherfuckers in the Zen world, you know? So it would be too hard to compete with that. You can see how much love and loyalty they have towards it. So I'm still waiting to see what Jack gives to take us to the next phase. And it's either going to be X1 chain, and I don't think that this is the time to launch that still, because it would just be a dump fest. People are fucking wrecked across the board, and they don't like Zen like how I'm speaking about it. Like, they don't understand the formulas, they don't understand the future. People are starting to mine again. It makes no fucking sense. Like I'm saying, like you can do the opposite and see a play. Like right now I'm talking about, you can mint on OPZen for a day, and you can find a fucking, there is a number in there. It's cents on the dollar though, but it's in there. And then that would pump the G rank, and then everybody at the end would get a whole bunch of OPs. Then you would really be begging for X1 chain, because the inflation would just be so nuts. But it's because there's no competition of miners. So that's the catch 22 of the G ranks going down in the future. I think this is something that you need to take a grain of salt with. This is really far away. We're talking 2029, 2030. But yeah, in 2029, 2030, the people will probably stop mining, and it'll be manufactured Zen, like factories, like people like myself, like OGs, building on top of these mining concepts. And probably when we can get all the contracts to work together, we will be saving like crazy on costs for XNT emissions. But it would be like a small fraction of exposure. You know, something, it would be something stupid on a spreadsheet type shit. But you couldn't get it because all the rich made it a stupid thing on a fucking spreadsheet type shit. Today's the day you get it. Hopefully you get it, but you probably don't get it. So yeah, this is fascinating on OPZen. And then watching ETHZen, because gas go down, make people go, I make more. Right? Yesterday wasn't such a good day. We'll see what today is. But every time there's not a good day, think of that as like the floor. So you know for a fact people are at least making 40,000 C ranks a day. And that's again, we can program that number. We could program a horizon off that bitch. It's when it starts spiking like this where it's like, all right, hold on, what the fuck? Hold on. And now it's there's a definition for this too, which is people mostly land all on the same day. So even though you see a spike day, it's everyone max minting, and they're coming in all, like I said, they're on all of the minting portals. And if those portals allow them to have flexibility, maybe it's a little different, but most of the portals are hard, right? Like I'm saying, like 128. So you know, like they're all landing on the same day. I eventually will get wacky ass models in the Zen world where it'll tell you how to have maybe like a sick ass experience. Like it'll use the math and the consistency. We need years though. We need like 2 more years before this is like real, in my personal opinion. But yeah, it'd be like people building models to give you like DeFi yield based on like minting actions and like how the wave has been minting. And then it's going to probably group. This is where my thought is. Like, it's going to group a bunch of people together and they're all going to land on the same day. And then that's when it's going to be even more fucked. Because then it's like, oh, shit, you can't even just use your brain to think outside the box. Because everything is an algorithm in Zen down to, like, the best day to mint. It's natural right now, right? It's a natural thing. So it's that means, yeah, you get where I'm going. If you're in tech, you know what it is. What up, Earn It? What up, Frankie? The Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa. Yesterday was not a good day because I got lazy. Lols. Gas was high yesterday too. What the fuck is a high gas, Frosty? What the fuck is that? What is a high gas? Bitch, I spent like $100 on transactions. You're spending no money. That's how I know people are not on ETH. Because you're spending no money. Everybody's exhausted. All the villages are back to huts and dirt. They can't afford nothing no more. They are also asking when VC build the hut. And I think that's done, man. I think that's done. That is over. You want to push gas back to the original world? You need to get your whole village minting Zen at maximum. Some of these sidechains can't handle that shit, but Ethereum can. And that's how you know, like, it's funny, like, if more people understood this, should be pumping right now. Like, that's when the algorithms are going to show up in the future, and that's going to be the buy pressure on Zen because they'll see this before any person. Like, the algorithm will see it. Like, wow, they're really pumping C ranks, and the average cost per Zen in today's world per hour of Zen being created is not in relevance to the future. I need to buy for my clients. And then it's going to go crazy. But like right now, everyone's like kind of like, durr, and like rooting for the shittiest thing ever. And they don't go and put their $20 into Zen, right? And this is why CB Zen is showing you what the future holds for Zen when everybody is on the same page. When the dumpers can't dump because it fucks up their future. When the stakers can't dump because it fucks up their future. When the buyers can't buy because it pumps the price. Dude, it's the everything token in Zen. And now you want to go and get some, and you got to be smart about it. And I see them over here. All right. Once you buy it with $72, bro, they're going to dump. But this guy, this guy's pumping it. This is another thing too. There's one buyer doing it, keeping and maintaining. So I assume people are getting ready to follow whoever this person is. This is the signal for if you're a whale on CBZen. Like, a whale is like well over 5 trillion Zen on base. Because to make 5 trillion on base, you need 500 days. To buy 5 trillion on base, you're gonna pump the price. So that's where we can see you, right? If you have 5 trillion and you want to get out, yeah, you can dump, but you're only taking $6,000 and it's gonna get lump. So this is exactly what you want in a whales competition of a fair launch. Everybody who's building position has to be smart. They can't be retarded. CBZen is epic, bro. This shit might just because like this is what you want, bro. Like, you want it to get like this, where it's a straight up player versus player, and it's up, and upside is great for everybody. Like, what in the fuck is this shit? This is Bitcoin, bro. Upside is great for everybody, and the first person to send it, if they have a real plan, and I think that's what it is. We don't have any planners yet, like market makers that would come in and be like, okay, I'm gonna send it to like the top of this moving average, and then I'm gonna sell instantly and start a market and start painting charts, some dumb shit. And then like the next target will be like this moving average, and then the next target would be like covering the whole bottom, and then you just make money all the way up. What the fuck? It's the fair launch coin on base, right? I don't have the time or the capital. Actually, I have the time. I don't have the capital, but that's where I'm at with it. My assumption is the little guy is getting their launch right now. The little guy is somebody with $5,000. If you have $5,000, even if you have $1,000, you're still a little guy on CBZen. And that's just it. The big guys, the guys who have $10,000, they can't get in. And the upside is insanity. So they're just waiting for a little bit liquidity. What they wish you did, what the rich guy wishes you did, is you put your CBZen in the pool. Now they can come and buy it, and the spread is much better for them. But if you keep staking, you keep running the solo mission in Zen, you make it really hard for that $10,000 buyer to just enter the market. For them to enter is to send the shit out of CBZen. Because that's like a real entry. Like, I'm going to spend $10,000 and I'm not exiting. I'm here. I need to enjoy the upside of this fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puff coin. Like, CBZen is the winner. I wish it could be OP-Zen, but the data doesn't show it. The data shows people unstaking and selling on your head and nobody coming and buying it up in mass. So there's no real like competition over here. It's just a whole bunch of people that minted Zen and now they're all hodling on each other instead of dumping it. Because the dump doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like the whale got you in a position because you don't see your Zen as valuable. So you'll take the $100 for it. Right? Or you'll take the $300 for it. Oh, this person's just trading. That's why they'll take the $300 for it. Why not? Ra-ta-ta-ta. God damn. Let's look at it. This is what you got to do, though. Just open up a big sale. Everybody's selling their OPs in through 1 inch. I think there's an Oracle issue with OPs in. Fair Crypto should try to address that. I don't think if they give a fuck, though. Oh, this person, they got a lot of Zen. Damn. But see, they're hodling it and they're selling. That's a bad behavior. There's no pressure on this person. This person has way too big of a bag to not be scared. Just kidding. You don't need to be scared, but yeah, you can see the mannerisms on base. It's a lot more realistic behaviors. It's not like a whales holding and shit. All right, here's a seller. Let's see. See, again, like it's not straight from the okay, this one says Uniswap, so it went straight through Uniswap. No, a Rabby. It was done through Rabby, not on Uniswap website. That's so weird. I wonder why it's like that. That shit don't make no sense to me. CBZen is centralized. Lurs. Oh, look at this person. Withdrew. They had stakes, and then they withdrew it and sold it. Boredom. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to see behavior like this. Like, damn, bro, you didn't like the Zen that much. Like, you had 36 billion. Like, you're just gonna clip it all. Just like, yeah, fuck it, clipping it. And I just don't think that, again, you need to get the message across to the whole community. If like, oh shit, shout outs to Earn It, aka Arnett, with the 5 gifted subs. He threw some love. I see some wrenches grabbed it before some greens. Big ups to the green people looking at the chat. Y'all rock. But yeah, man, if you want to get people into the other chats to keep growing the nature of the sport, definitely give subs, you know, because that's what it's gonna be. Like the thing that's gonna happen in April is gonna be higher level intellectual stuff. Like what I'm posting right now. I just had this come to Jesus moment where I'm like, why in the fuck don't I post on Patreon? Because no one on Twitter gives a fuck about this shit. But if I put it behind a paywall, all of a sudden everybody's going to play my game. And that's just a sick, twisted world we live in. But yeah, this is like free game and it got two hearts. But I'm figuring out ways to try to take Zen to the next level using our minting formula as the product. Bro, we're going to have conferences about this shit. Other people are going to come and say, well, I use the mint formula like this. Oh, okay. Would you like to spill your beans? Here's a stage in 15 minutes. And give me $5,000 as advertisement to talk about your fucking shitcoin. I don't know. Yeah, like the Zen minting formula is all you need to understand, right? And these are the things, again, I'm gonna try to get hopefully a quorum of pro users in Zen that see the value in this, you know, because this is what could take our whole industry of Zen, our mind share, to the next level. You feel me? Like, that's why I'm shitting on OP Zen, because that's not good mind share for us. That's not the mental model of Zen. All right, the mental model of Zen is mass adoption. Mass adoption. It's scary. Inflation. But this is also, I was thinking about that, the whole centralized thing. And you need centralization in layer 2. The only person you can be mad at, it should not be a token. Oh my God. Spiting a token because the nature of the chain is centralized is fucking crazy. It's like that token does not represent that chain. It represents the block or resistance to get to the nucleus. And what we've learned in Zen is that some of these chains gave away all of everything. They gave away the coins. They gave away the block space, to the point where the whole chain was not profitable. The chain did that to itself. Chain reaction. No pun intended. Eve Moss too, right? Some of these other chains have been able to keep up. No issues. Right? A lot of people talk about like bases like centralization and the possibilities of like it getting turned off. Like, that's the thing I'm like trying to get at, is I don't think it can ever get turned off, dude. Look at Polygon. The C ranks are up to 367 million. Why would Polygon allow this much pollution and not Base? Why wouldn't Base ask Polygon how they dealt with it? Why would they put that shit on the users? That's so fucking disturbing and disruptive. It's like, Base, you guys are stupid. You guys are retarded. Yes, X1 is going to win. It's 100%. We're going to burn our coins. We're going to go to X1, and the 10,000 X is an XNT, right? That's the easiest one. But I doubt that that's how these chains want to operate. They're expecting to be around. They're not just, it's not just Zenians that rely on them. It's everybody in their network. And they have a lot of TVL. So the last thing they want to do is let a little blip like Zen disrupt their whole business logic, you know? Zen on ETH should, or Zen on Base should be Zen on ETH. But again, Zen on ETH is dealing with PTSD. And you know who else, man? Who the only motherfuckers with PTSD left? I wish we could break into the NFT community over there, but they're on Solana. They're not on Ethereum anymore. Just the old ones. Niggas above their 30s and shit. So that's why, again, Zen is in the perfect pocket right now. We have EVM under control. SolXEN is cracking right now. It's up 2% in the last 24 hours. It's rebounding. Shout out SolXEN. Right? This is on Solana. If you wanted to start a whole channel about SolXEN, that we could use it. Because nobody talks about it. Because they're still on no inflation game. Right? Maybe this is what it is. Maybe there's just no one. I don't really critically talk about OP Zen, but so many people scream it. And then CB Zen is working, and it's because someone's entering. And I'm like, why isn't everybody else entering? Why are you letting this one person rule the game? Like, do you not see what they're doing? I bet they're just like me, because I had this same moment where I was like, holy shit, nobody is over here. They're here, but they're not. And now I have, again, the clear understanding is, if you went the Jack Levin vision, you're at maximum. You didn't have to buy any Zen. You have max supply. So you're staked up. And there's only a few people like that. And that's who would be shifting the market right now if they were selling. So the product works because the stakers are here. When we need them to sell supply, they're not. That is a big, that in this, and again, the chart is reflecting this. The only way you're going to get into this goddamn coin is by making it or buying it. Because the staking class that went maximum For some reason on CBZen, they staked it. They did not sell it. And maybe what I would say is, yo, is if you got all the supply on CBZen, keep that attitude. Because every other fucking Zen universe, they didn't think that Zen was a product. They treated it like shit, and now their charts are garbage, and they want to make it seem like every other Zen is like them. When it's like, no, you hoed out the formula. Even on Ethereum, we can totally see it, and they still don't know how to pair it. All you need to do is tell everybody fucking stake it. Like, it's that easy. You know what's funny? Like, here, look at this. To keep this up, look at this shit. I was in motherfucking the price chat, and I said the same thing. I said, if you ain't staking, seek help. And then this motherfucker put a shit emoji on it. I'm like, see, y'all niggas want to lose. And that's why the cabal or this group that is rocking with crypto, bro, we're going to win so epically because everybody else is playing the game incorrect. And this is a full-blown game. PvP. And the groups get bigger and they turn into gangs. What up, twin? Type shit. The staking gang, oh my God. They rule the whole space. People just don't know that yet. But you can see it. We're the ones keeping Zen alive. If the stakers give up, the price goes down. How stupid is that? Right? That's what I'm saying. Post-chain, you should take this shit as a motherfucking signal for your motherfucking chain. Because you guys did it. They did it over here too. And now you need to buy it back. But you have this is the one where I learned something special about Ethereum. So there is a message here in Post-chain. And that's what I'm saying. You should use this as a wake-up call. Classes are not free. You gotta elevate the Zen knowledge for real. Eve Moss airdropped themselves to death. Yo, these are the studies though. Like, you could go to a whole EVM conference and use Zen as like an inspiration tool for developers to use Zen in their DeFi products. Because we're gonna handle like finding the users. The formula will find users. That's not hard. Literally, people take the opportunity to misinform people about it as a gain because it works in their favor. So it's like the number of G ranks coming in, we can create that. That is to be created. We are at the most natural state of Zen ever, dude. Like, it will never be this natural again. It's literally like being in Bitcoin when Mt. Gox got rugged and everybody. This is where my thought is. My thought is once Mt. Gox got rugged, everybody seen how valuable the Bitcoins were. And that's why it was such an impactful point in space and time for a Bitcoiner in that era. Because if you say the word Mt. Gox, they're like, oh shit, yeah. We don't talk about that. Like, that was pain. That was pain and passion, right? Pain and passion, you need those in mental models. You need one of those. So to have two of those is fucking insane. Pain and passion. You need that in the mental model. Because the user needs to understand what it feels like to be hurt. And they need to understand what it feels like to be on top of the mountain. Everything in between, that's natural quantum shit. The power players will navigate those journeys totally fine. It'll be a few people who need to have their hand held while we let the bombs blow up left and right. And that's what I'm saying right now in Zen. Aren't you kind of seeing that shit? Like, some people don't know how to really handle the last leg of the pressure. I'm over here like, Captain Levin, when the fuck are you gonna blow it up, bitch? My bros over here got their AKs ready to blah, blah, blah. They're ready. Just give us a signal. He's like, hold it. The retards are not online yet. A few more weeks of pain. Sheesh, man. Yo, get off the pain and X1 will show up early. That's how I'm thinking of it. If you get to this understanding of the G rank being a global clock, It's the log. It's the history. The larger it is, the less Zen that can be created. So yeah, Zen on ETH is undiscovered. This is just scratching the surface at 31 million G rank. If people think of their Ethereum as airdrop phantom, hey, this shit might go to 420 with these low ass gas. The question is again, like, can that user make it from the bottom to the top with gas changing? And, you know, how rough is that UX of again, bringing that person to the top? Does it need a layer? That's where the product comes in. Right? There's just some people just not thinking like this, but it's going to happen everywhere. And that's why I'm on CBZen. I'm building things for a base, yes. And I haven't released them because you fucking run tests. You see, you get case studies. Like, yeah, I think people want this, you know. I think I should go and get some help and get this going instead of just naked release and, you know, hope to God that everybody is into it. I still don't think Zen was released that way. The minting formula is a logarithmic scale from literally economics. Like, this is a predictable moment. The question is, can the people understand? And if they can't, it's okay, because it never happened. Right, that's the problem with crypto. There's so many cryptos that have come and go. They never happened before. Like, oh, I remember that, and then it just never again. So we know it could do that. That's the scary part about Zen. Like, will it disappear? Blah, blah, blah. But I challenge you to ask yourself, you know, what is the invert of that narrative? And is Zen in that coin? That coin where everybody thought it was supposed to die like the rest of them. Yet the logarithmic math formula brought it back to life because it continued to a cycle point of new belief, which then built its own floor, its own message, its own narrative. And now it can take it up way higher than any of those motherfuckers who just got into it to get into green candles. They would have obviously failed on takeoff. They've gotten in and they've failed on takeoff. They've gotten in and they failed on takeoff. Man, I love CBZen. This is the chart right here for sure. Not the ETH Zen chart. The ETH Zen chart has a year of pollution on it. It's kind of crazy to see this, if you can see it now. So every time there's a pump, that's a story in Zen. The longer the sell down, the more users gave up. Because the concept in Zen is to go 8 years. The concept in Zen is not to give up. You have to outlive the AMP. Some people don't have that vision, and that's okay, because they're going to live their life, and in 8 years, Zen and them will meet up again. Some people would have been like, damn, fool, why did you jump off the train? And that's just the story. All right. So the hard math is it's going 8 years. So each pump actually is the most drastic piece of the narrative. And it's so crazy. Like, if you're building a business, you kind of want to manifest this Zen chart. Because you, like, again, if you're like doing a pitch deck, you just go and tell everybody, like, okay, between this time and this time, this was happening. And then this happened. And then between this time and this time, this was happening. And then this happened, right? Now, this right here is the pollution in Zen that CBZen does not have. See, like, CBZen kind of starts off literally where, like, ETH Zen is, like, right here. Right? And we still I don't think there has been a 9-week sell-off in CBZen besides the beginning. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 candles down, but it took a little over 3 months. So 3 months to get, to get to this level. And that's kind of, again, that we're trading above where it hit its low a while after, it's sold off. So what I'm trying to get at is, in a fair launch, there's always going to be an excess amount of inflation. Luckily, in Zen's nature, you can burn the coins. So the coin burn hasn't had a actual term or like a definition. So it is kind of like a chaotic experience where you're just leaving it in the user's hand to like make the website, right? Or make the action happen. They have it, they could do it if they want. And then what we've seen here, in my personal opinion, this is what happens when the whole network gets on the same consensus. We're all burning, we're all buying, we're headed north. This is what you're seeing on CBZen right now. In a very compact way, because again, it's continuous, and there's a few people in a certain range that are selling, and they're losing momentum because now, again, I think the selling is harder because you instantly have buyers that are seeing levels as opportunities. Like maybe people at this range, they stop buying when it's like at 7 zeros. But who knows? Again, like a market maker could come in and make it really juicy. Like we're going to get above this. And we all start saying that like, oh, CBZen's going to trade past its all-time high. And you knew about it when it was at its all-time low. Right? And all you had to do is see there's no pollution. It's a smarter trader, a smarter Zenian. OPZen has this. When you look at their chart, you see it's like this double breakdown of like doom. Theirs was pretty nuts because you see it right here. Damn, earn it with a 1,000 DR points. Dominican points. Hey man, big ups, bro. I don't know how much that is in American money, but I fucking grateful, dog. Real talk. ETH is at the mercy of the crypto mall. Only crowded on holidays, Black Fridays. Loyal silver-haired people that window shop walk through the Macy's from the parking lot to the inside of the mall. Mint xeNFTs or BOGO coin tools ETH Zen. For real. Yeah. How you shop your Zen exposure is going to be huge. Oh, 15 boodles. Big ups for the 15, dog. And for the gifted subs. You're crushing it. Crushing it. But yeah, so like this is why I want OPZen to do better. And I think what I'm trying to get at with this critical theory here is I think we need to be using this as a stable coin. So we should be trying to like figure out how we make more of it rather than how do we make less of it. Because then if we did something like that, we might be actually able to pierce the motherfucking matrix. Maybe that's something we need to focus on. Because like I was saying yesterday, it's a topic. It is literally a topic in crypto, and the layer 2s are for that. Real crypto doesn't exist anymore. It's dead as fuck. ETH is your last chance, or Zen is your last chance because it's connected to the nucleus of the blockchain. So it's the representation that blockchain won't die. That's the only reason it dies, is that the chain dies. Right? VVZen is a proof of that. Even though the prices are low, it's still going up because their stakes are up. So theoretically, that's even better of a Zen silo than Base. Base is much more public. VVZen or Ethereum POW is like literally off the grid. It's off the grid, but I know what I mean, man. They're staking. That's what I'm saying. They have the highest staking class with the most silenced people. So I'm giving them some shout out. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. It's all about the staking class. Those chains rule. The rest of the chains rule. And it just so happens to be Ethereum is one of those. The guy who's supposed to be our fucking leader isn't. That's what I'm saying. Jack, the Captain Levin's like, no, we need more retards. We need more. Zero Dose. What's up, Zero Dose? Bitcoin failed at being money. Zen can fix this. For real, bro. For real. And see, the other thing about the Zen thing is on CBZen, we're actually going to get to the 2% staking only. We're like going to actually get to that. Hold on, let me see. When does CBZen start? So OPZen gives you the look into the window of what it's like with 1 amp, and then CBZen is going to give you a look into the window of how you use the 2%. Because maybe we use the 2% on ETH, but it might take a couple years for us to get it off the ground. Because again, unless the mind share is all collective, and we have many different pieces or departments of ideas, or like mental, if we have different pieces of the Zen mental model, and we have other people working on things, not just one person working on one thing, right? Like right now, I'm pretty much a general Zen mental model where you talk about all the general aspects. But as you can see, I go even deeper into theses such as the G rank, such as what staking does, right? How does it reflect the charts? We actually need a lot of motherfuckers to be thinking about all this shit individually. Like, we need people to be thinking about how the amp works. That's how you know this family is really small. It's not that big until more attention is driven towards these things that are the most important value pieces to give the Zen value. And eventually it will have them, because X1 will be out and everybody's looking for a win. So they're going to force their fucking minions to learn this bullshit, because that's where the value is. Learning the bullshit. But you see right here, this is what I'm saying. OPZen, let me see when this, or base Zen, I just want to see when it starts. OPZen would fit as Zen money due to the fact that it's already at 1 amp. Exactly. Well, yeah, see, I think like OPZen would look more like our stablecoin model. Like if you were trying to use if you're trying to use C ranks as a variable towards like collateral, something, this is where I'm trying to think of it. Like, there is something here, but no one's looking at it because they're so hyper focused on X1 and this thing going to 0, or like, you know, no one looking at it. But like now I'm looking at it because everybody keeps talking about it, and I'm seeing this angle, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is where it's at. OPZen is way too advanced for the natural Zenian, but it's so much power if the right person gets it, that knows how to code or knows how to justify the framework or the logic on this. But I'm coming up with this stupid logic where I'm like, hey, the fairest thing about Zen is the expansion of the G rank. So theoretically, if everything stops, like OPZen is supposed to simulate, which it's currently doing, this is when you start to test out these theories of like, can we potentially collateralize the G ranks and make a stablecoin model or something that's like super decentralized, and it's based on like the growth and people betting on something that's not so abstract as like a CBZen, right? But CBZen has this it has less blue or it has less white collar, and it's more of a blue collar Zen product where you can tip and do it. Like, I found this really cool, look at this cool ass app right here. This is called Base motherfucking well, this is competitor.fun, but it's connected to this thing called Base Paint. So this is kind of where I'm at with Base. Base is where, like, they're not where you invest. It's a playground. It's like a Disneyland. Because for them, it's going to make more sense for people to come to pass through rather than to hang out. Right? Because this EVM, and they got to find their structure in the EVM world. In the EVM world, I don't think people want to see Base as real collateral Ethereum, because I have a feeling that it cuts into their profit margins. So for Base, they are trying to figure out an angle to not just slide up into the layer 2s and just jack all of Arbitrum customers and kind of give them, you know, not strong arm them, essentially. It's kind of how I'm reading it. And they have time. Everybody has time. It's like, yo, yeah, you don't need to come in and strong arm anybody. It's still like a community driven experience right now. We don't need competition in layer 2s. We like again, I get it now. We really do need people to move to these layer 2s, and we'll have a consistent Ethereum. And then if ETH is consistent, maybe people go back over there, which I don't know why you would, but it's good for ETH price, because now you know people are going to buy ETH and use it towards something. They're not just going to hold it and try to be part of the quorum of SOV, which is even to this point retarded for Ethereum, but obviously they're doing it, and that's just the way it is, right? You got two SOV coins now. You got Bitcoin and ETH. You can bag both. One's just going to go higher than the other. I doubt neither will. I doubt Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin. I bet it just is very close to it. This is why, again, people are looking at Solana and new generation blockchains, because they don't want to give ETH all the kudo points. Right? You can see it. Base is being humble as fuck right now. They could totally turn on the DeFi. But if they did that, people would probably be like, no, don't fuck with that, blah, blah, blah. It would like fuck up their whole thing. That's why XEN DeFi, holy shit. Like that, it's like hand in hand for Base. It's the fair launch DeFi. Exactly what they're looking for. Just like how they're looking for something that they can latch onto. So they're trying all kinds of art. Now this one's pretty cool. A bunch of people worked on this. You see them, they're over here, they're chatting. And this is pretty cool. What they do is they make it, and then you see here, this mint is about to end in 3 minutes. So what you can do is you can bid on the mint. Or my bad, maybe it's oh yeah. So now you can mint as many as you want of this particular one. So like, let me say I want to get one. Here, I'll get one for the sake of it. Oh man, I don't have enough ETH on here right now. I gotta put some ETH on my account. I think it's like, that means it's like $7. But essentially what happens is everybody works on it, and then the next day for 24 hours people get to buy the photo they make, and then all of the artists that contributed, they split the Ethereum, like all the Ethereum that went in to buy the art. And then that's what I'm saying, then a new thing starts. And then this right now is about to, you see Canvas is about to lock in 2 minutes. That's why they were chatting over here, probably trying to get people aligned with like how they're visioning it. This shit is tight. Like this is crypto. Crypto is information, just like how money is information. That's why it's a weird subject. We want it to be money, but we really don't. You know, it's cooler when it's collectible. The money side is just part of the game, because we can fix finance with this ledger technology as well. But yeah, this is what Base is being subject to challenging. Can we find something else besides DeFi? Because you motherfuckers already have Coinbase. Look at it, and they struggling. That's why it's so cringe. Don't you feel like Base is cringe as fuck? Like, ugh, fucking cringe, right? And this is it. This is what the data is literally showing. It's cringe because they need people to put Ethereum inside a Base. They need you to put it in. If you don't put your Ethereum inside a Base, how is it going to get in there? Because they don't want to take your ETH yet and put it in Base, because they got a lot of ETH, and that shit will instantly go like this on this like bridged in bridger, because they're going to use the bridger. Unless they don't want to, unless that's what we're seeing here, that a lot of the ETH going into Base chain is all aggregated, where some sort of DeFi exchange is exchanging it. And then it goes back to these things. If that's happening where it's an aggregator, a DeFi aggregator, then yeah, there's so many systems being built on Ethereum in the background, and they're all chained together, from Base to Optimism to Arbitrum. Like this DeFi 2.0 shit is already happening. If you're stuck on layer 1 Ethereum, they have outpaced you. You got to let that shit go. Like they're going small fees and stables. Stables. Oh, I didn't even show this, but you can go read this if you want. Oh man, why am I fucking? Let me do this. Let me do it this way. Oh yeah, here's one. Token terminal. Breaking stablecoin supply on Ethereum reached an all-time high of $132 billion yesterday. Boom. That was like, I was like, see, stables are the thing. And then even right here, this person, stablecoin ecosystem is growing. So it is in our face. It is in our face that they're getting ready to prop up DeFi with stables. They're not going to enter people in through the Zen coin. They're definitely not going to enter them through anything else that's outside of a USDT, a USDC. So to actually be getting revenue current, like for Zen to still be going is crazy because no one is advertising this shit. That's why I got like, no one hears me again. Like no one hears me because I'm not talking about something that's going to make you lose. This is complex and you got to get it now or you're going to get left behind. They're moving at light speed. And then I had seen this, right? I was saying, what in the fuck does optimism stand for? I wasn't supposed to open up this box, guys. I was supposed to keep it closed. But the Zenians kept going. Why should we use OPZen? And now I'm over here like, man, bruh. We need Jack to get behind this. If Jack gets behind it, people will start building. He could keep the message. I don't give a fuck. All right. But yeah, Superchain Interop is about easier to use apps. It's about killing network switches, creating Horizon contracts that live everywhere at once, and bringing multi-chain communities into one home while reducing the number of clicks. It's about one block composability. It's about UX. It's kind of, I mean, they kept saying this, but yeah. So you got to understand the fact also that they ended this with the it's about UX. They don't give a fuck about ideology. UX does not care about your ideology. User experience. We moving people through this farm, ladies and gentlemen. We're putting them on the tractor trailer. We got some hay on it. They're going to sit on it. They're going to see every single animal. And we're going to get another group of people on this tractor trailer so they can see all the fucking animals. All right. That is Ethereum. In a nutshell, they're not changing shit. They're not pushing the narrative on anything. And they gave Base the fucking task, which is actually pretty cool. So that's why I'm like, yo, it's actually kind of cool. So like, look at now this one, it moved over. Now you can mint this one and you can get this to part of your collection. And that's what this is showing. This shows all of it. Right. Yep. Some of these are really cool though. How they cooking them? They're cooking. That's why I'm like, yo, this is fire. This is crypto. Crypto is about information. The task is what gives people the subject. The subject and the crypto incentive is where you see the information. It's fucking crazy. Like, this isn't AI, ladies and gentlemen. This is people, humans. This is human art. And you're seeing it right here. Like, look, if live paint, if you go over here, this thing shows up. Oh, it doesn't show up anymore. I guess you got to start signing it or driving it. Maybe you can see it then. Oh, here it goes. So you see, look at now, like somebody's driving the boat so they can get to the next level. Fucking dope. So I mean, like, that's why I'm torn, because I'm so crypto. And I don't want to see this win, this super chain, easy to use apps, because that's how you know they're getting away from the core cause. Like, they're literally telling you that if you don't go and get crypto, like, it's like if you got children and you really care about them getting into crypto, don't buy them crypto. Get their asses into computer science as soon as possible. Like, get them coding ASAP so they can be part of this. This is what the kids are going to be in. They're not going to be in focusing on how to build infrastructure. We're doing that right now, you know? And that's why I came to this conclusion. Like, what if that 1 amp is actually here to help you build a stable coin. I mean, we've never gotten an explanation from Jack on his reasons, and he needs to make some up if he has none. We got to build a narrative. Hey, Jack, bro, we need to build narratives. Come on, you got the face. You're beautiful, right? Zinsu's got the beard and the height. So it's time to start building some narratives in Zen, because we totally can see how this is going. We can see it. What up, Lou? More stables, more DeFi. What up, Zen King? I agree. X1 will be much better. Yes, that's what I mean. Like, X1 is going to be so much better than what I'm talking about right now. Like, right now, we are in the past. But the thing is we want to be such in a good position in Zen that we feed our X1 exposure and we stay ahead of everybody buying into X1. Because again, you're just buying a narrative if you come into that realm. And that's why we should also support that narrative where it's like, hey, if you don't feel comfortable getting into Zen, buy XNT, because that helps the overall ecosystem. And you're probably going to have stupid motherfuckers telling people to buy Zen over XNT. I'm going to say it right now. Yes, buy XNT over Zen, because Zen is a fragmented narrative, and it's all just to make product market fit and the most valuable product in today's crypto world, to show others maybe you should put interest into this rather than your interest into something else. And that's the mass adoption. Like, that's when we really take off and everybody really shows up, when that euphoric moment happens and everybody is saying, oh, my bad, that it's going to be euphoric, and it'll be like in Eureka, like, oh my God, this does make sense. Because right now it doesn't make any sense. Like, why do we have USDC as the biggest stable coin, and why don't we have another angle besides they're attached to the banks? When cryptos become assets, won't that be the same thing we're talking about? That I hold a bunch of cryptos in a vault, and that's what backs the stable coin? Right? So is that, and that's what I'm saying, like, does that mean like Zen is here to be essentially like beyond the case study? Like, it's something that can be used as a hard foundation. And then that's why again, you want to be on the best Zen chains, because you don't want one of those tokens that were released by the foundation, but the blockchain doesn't allow it to be foundational. Right. Those will be the ones that unfortunately fall to the bottom or have the least activity, and so on and so on. But yeah, man, that's all I got for today. I'm about to go hit the motherfucking gym in a bitch. About to gym it up. Bring me to the horizon. Shout out to my guy, Earn It. He told me to earn some more points, so I'm gonna earn some more points, bro. I appreciate you. And yeah, man, make sure you like and subscribe. And starting in August and April, we'll be doing live streams, but they're not gonna be hella long. They'll be like this, like real quick ones. And they're not gonna be like this, I guess, where we're diving so deep that we're confusing the audience. I need to change my content so I can get new audience. But if I keep my public audience high level, then it doesn't nurture anybody except those that are been here. So that's kind of why, again, like, I feel like, unfortunately, the high level Zen chaos has to come in doses, and the daily content needs to be more about like subjective information. Like today we talk about the G rank, and this is how it works, and it's a very small video to give people a taste so that they can, again, refine their understanding of what Zen is. Because we need these new soldiers, like the people that are here, not the people who are going to be here with us in 5 years. A lot of these motherfuckers are going to fall off, but we, as a quorum of pro users, can start building our next group that's going to be the power users in the overall ecosystem. They're going to know how to use Zen to farm XNT tokens. They're going to know how to use XNT to make XENblocks, or use XNT to make more Zen. everything will work together, but not everybody will be able to be part of this experience. And it's just the way it is. That's how competition works. Not everybody gets to be number one. And that's kind of how I feel we're getting to. We're getting to a point where we have to become number one. We got to get this noise out. And too many people are twisting the way that the nature of the experience is. It's like similar to like the idea that like a blockchain could be shut off. You know, that is the abstract version of Zen. We have seen it happen, but we have probable cause of why it happened. Not like it just fucking happened, you know? So it's things like that like I really want to concentrate and put a lens on for people who want to hear it, so we can start building out this matrix, you know, the pro users, people that hold a lot of Zen and make a lot of Zen and care about it, and want to, again, make more inflation, but in good inflation, again, not pollution. Pollution will show up, but if we have more people trying to, again, pick up trash when they see it on the ground, man, we're gonna have a clean city, bro. Gotta go. Peace. I cannot start over real quick, Tree City West.